She announced, "I'm going through your phone tonight to see if you're loyal." I said, "Go ahead." Then I handed her my unlocked phone. Then I asked for her phone and she started panicking. I, 32 male, was sitting on the couch watching the game last Thursday when my girlfriend Natalie, 29, walked in with this determined look on her face. We'd been together for 2.5 years, living together for 8 months. "We need to talk," she announced. Standing directly in front of the TV, I paused the game. "Okay? I'm going through your phone tonight to see if you're loyal." I blinked. This came out of nowhere. Why?" "Because Brittany's boyfriend was cheating and she never knew. I need to make sure you're not doing anything behind my back." Now Brittany was her best friend who just discovered her man had 3 side pieces. Fair enough that she was paranoid, but still, you don't trust me? It's not about trust, it's about verification. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about. The irony of that statement would become apparent real soon. "Okay," I said, pulling out my iPhone. "Here." I unlocked it with Face ID and handed it over. She seemed surprised I didn't protest. "Just like that?" "Just like that. Check whatever you want." She grabbed it eagerly and started scrolling. Messages first, then Instagram DMs, then Snapchat, email, photos, even my banking apps looking for suspicious transactions. While she was digging through my digital life, I said casually, "So I can check yours too, right?" Her thumb froze mid-scroll. "What? Your phone? If we're doing loyalty checks, it goes both ways." That's different." "How?" "Because I'm not the one who might be cheating." "Neither am I, apparently, since you're finding nothing interesting in my phone." She was getting frustrated because my phone was boring as hell. Work emails, fantasy football, trash talk with the boys, approximately 900 photos of my dog, and texts to my mom about dinner plans. "This proves nothing," she muttered. "You could have deleted stuff." "Or," I suggested, reaching for her phone on the coffee table, "I could just be a normal, faithful boyfriend. Now, your turn." She literally jumped up and snatched her phone away. "No, you don't need to see my phone." "Why not?" Because it's private." "And mine isn't." "Stop trying to turn this around on me, Daniel. This is about you being loyal." "Natalie, you just spent 20 minutes going through every app on my phone. You read my work emails. You saw my embarrassing search history about how to fix a running toilet. You even went through my deleted photos, which were all just blurry shots of the dog. What could possibly be on your phone that's more private than that?" Her face was red. "You're being manipulative." "I'm being equal. If loyalty checks are necessary, they're necessary for both of us. I don't have to prove anything to you." "But I have to prove something to you?" She clutched her phone to her chest like it contained nuclear codes. "This is different. Women have intuition. I know something's off. The only thing that's off is you refusing to show me your phone after going through mine." She actually started tearing up. "I can't believe you're doing this to me." "Doing what? Asking for the same thing you just demanded from me? You're supposed to understand. After what happened to Brittany, I do understand, which is why I immediately gave you my phone. Now I'm asking for the same courtesy. If you loved me, you wouldn't need to see it. If you loved me, you wouldn't have needed to see mine." That's when she played her ace card. "Fine. If you don't trust me, maybe we shouldn't be together." Classic. When caught in hypocrisy, threaten the relationship. "Okay," I said calmly. "Okay what?" "Okay, maybe we shouldn't be together." Her jaw dropped. "You're breaking up with me because I won't show you my phone?" "No, you're breaking up with me because you won't show me your phone after demanding to see mine. I'm just agreeing with you." She storms out of the room, slams the bedroom door. I go back to watching the game. 20 minutes later, she comes back out, crying. "I deleted some texts, okay? Are you happy?" "What texts?" "Just texts." "From who?" "It doesn't matter. It literally does matter." Update 1. So after that disaster of a Thursday night, Natalie stayed at Brittany's place. We didn't talk Friday. Saturday morning she texts me, "We need to work this out. I love you." I responded, "Who did you delete texts from?" Radio silence for 2 hours. Then, "Can we talk in person?" "Not until you answer the question." She finally came home Saturday evening. I was meal prepping in the kitchen when she walked in, looking rough. No makeup, hair in a messy bun, wearing the same clothes from Thursday. "It was Jake," she said quietly. "Jake." Her ex, the one who meant nothing and who she never talked to anymore. How long have you been texting Jake? A few months. Months? She started crying again. It wasn't like that. He was going through a hard time and stop. Just stop. Were they flirty texts? No. I mean, not really. Some maybe looked bad out of context. Show me. I told you, I deleted them. Then recover them. I can't. Recently deleted folder exists, Natalie. You deleted them Thursday night. They're still there. Her face went white. How do you know that? Because I'm not an idiot. Show me the recently deleted folder. That's an invasion of privacy. I actually laughed. You went through my phone. You literally insisted on checking my loyalty. That's different. You keep saying that, but it's not. She pulled out her phone, hands shaking, went to the recently deleted folder and messages, then quickly locked it. I can't. You'll take it the wrong way. The fact that there's a wrong way to take it tells me everything. Daniel, please. I love you. Jake means nothing. Then why delete the messages? Because I knew you'd be upset. So you were hiding them? No, I didn't want to hurt you. But you were fine, potentially hurting me by going through my phone looking for evidence of cheating that didn't exist? Ruth, she had no answer for that. I held out my hand. Phone. No. Then pack your stuff. You're kicking me out? You can either show me what you've been hiding, or you can leave. Your choice. She called Brittany. Britt, he's being abusive. He's demanding to see my phone and threatening to kick me out. Brittany's response surprised me. Girl, didn't you go through his phone? That's different. Even Brittany paused. How? Because, Nat, just show him the texts. You're supposed to be on my side. I am, but you're being a hypocrite. Natalie hung up on her best friend. Update 2. Natalie stayed with her mom after I told her to pack her stuff. But the real circus started on Monday. First, I get a text from Jake. Jake, the ex she was secretly texting. Hey bro, Nat says you're being controlling and abusive. Not cool. I screenshot that immediately. This dude who's been having inappropriate conversations with my girlfriend is lecturing Emmy about boundaries? I replied, she tell you she was going through my phone to check my loyalty while hiding your messages? He read it. No response. Then Natalie's mom Donna calls me. This woman who's always been sweet to me suddenly sounds like a prosecutor. Daniel, what's this about you forcing my daughter out of her home? Hi Donna. It's my apartment, first of all. Second, did she mention she demanded to go through my phone, did so, found nothing, then refused to let me see hers? She's a young woman. She needs her privacy. But I don't. Men and women are different. How? Women don't cheat like men do. I actually barked out a laugh. She was deleting texts from her ex-boyfriend, Donna. Silence. Then, that doesn't mean anything. Then why delete them? Why hide them? Maybe she knew you'd overreact. Like she did when she demanded to search my phone for evidence of cheating? Donna hung up. Tuesday, Natalie shows up my work. The security desk calls up saying my girlfriend is here. I tell them she's my ex-girlfriend and I'm not available. She blows up my phone. I'm here to talk like adults. Stop being petty. You're embarrassing me. I'll wait in the lobby all day. Security is making me leave. This is your fault. You're going to regret this. Wednesday, she tried a different approach. Had a mutual friend, Carmen, text me. Carmen, hey, Nat wants you to know she's sorry and she'll do anything to fix this. She can start by showing me the deleted texts. She says she permanently deleted them. Then she can explain what was in them. She says you wouldn't understand. Try me. Radio silence. Thursday, a week after the original incident, Natalie sends me a long email. I mean long. Like 2,000 words about how I'm controlling, manipulative, emotionally abusive, gaslighting her, making her feel unsafe, violating her boundaries, being vengeful, all because I asked for the same thing she demanded from me. I replied with one line, you can pick up the rest of your stuff Saturday between 10 a.m. and noon. I'll be here. She responded, we need to talk about this like adults. Nothing to talk about. You wanted to check my loyalty while hiding your own disloyalty. I wasn't disloyal. Prove it. I don't have to prove anything to you. Exactly my point. Update 3. Saturday arrived. 10 a.m. sharp. Natalie shows up with Brittany and 2 guys I didn't recognize. The muscle, apparently, in case I tried something. Really? I said, looking at her entourage. I don't feel safe, she announced dramatically. You lived here for 8 months without issue, but sure. I had already boxed up her stuff and placed it by the door. Organized, labeled, nothing damaged. I even bubble-wrapped her precious succulent collection. This is all of it, she demanded. Everything that's yours. She started going through boxes, clearly looking for an excuse to stay longer or start drama. Then she found it. Where's my grandmother's ring? For context, her grandmother gave her a ring about 6 months ago. She wore it maybe twice, then kept it in her jewelry box. It's in the jewelry box, third box from the left. She dug through it. It's not here. Yes, it is. Small blue velvet pouch. She pulled out the pouch, opened it. The ring was there. She looked disappointed. What about my half of the deposit? What deposit? The apartment deposit. That I paid entirely myself before you moved in. I've been living here. I have rights. You're not on the lease, Natalie. One of the guys she brought spoke up. That's illegal, bro. She's a tenant. I pulled out my phone and showed them screenshots I'd saved. According to these texts from 8 months ago, she was temporarily staying with me. She insisted on not being added to the lease because she didn't want the commitment. Her words. Natalie's face went red. You screenshot our conversations? After Thursday night? I screenshot everything. Brittany actually snorted. Girl, you played yourself. Whose side are you on? The side of logic, Brittany muttered. As they were loading boxes, Natalie tried one more manipulation. I'll show you the texts if you take me back. I stopped what I was doing. What? The deleted texts. I'll show them all to you if you promise we can work through this. You mean the texts you said were permanently deleted? She pulled out her phone. I have screenshots. Of course she did. So you lied about permanently deleting them? I was scared. Show me now. No conditions. Promise we'll work on us first. No. She looked at her muscle squad, then at Brittany, looking for backup. No one said anything. Finally, desperately, she showed me the phone. Just flashes, but enough. Jake saying he missed her. Her saying she thought about him sometimes. Him asking if she was happy with me. Her saying, it's complicated. Pictures exchanged. Nothing nude, but definitely flirty selfies. Plans to meet for coffee that she'd told me were work meetings. We never did anything physical, she insisted. You were having an emotional affair. That's not a real thing. Going through my phone for evidence of cheating while you're secretly texting your ex isn't a real thing? One of the muscle guys coughed. Yo, that's actually pretty messed up, Nat. She spun on him. I'm not paying you to have opinions, Derek. You're paying them? I asked. Derek shrugged. $50 each to help move and look intimidating. I laughed. Actually laughed. She hired security to move out of an apartment where she was secretly texting her ex while accusing me of cheating? Even Brittany shook her head. Nat, this is wild. Final update 1 month later. It's been a month since Natalie moved out, and boy did she not go quietly into that good night. Week 1 post-move, she started a whisper campaign among our mutual friends, told everyone I was emotionally abusive and controlling. What she didn't count on was me having screenshots of everything, including her admission about Jake. When people asked for my side, I just sent them the whole Thursday night text exchange where she demanded to see my phone. Most people figured out the hypocrisy pretty quick. Week 2. She tried to get back with Jake. This I heard from Brittany, who despite everything, gave me updates because she was disgusted with Natalie. Apparently Jake wasn't interested in actually dating her. He just liked the attention and the ego boost of talking to someone's girlfriend. When she showed up at his place talking about finally being together, he told her he was seeing someone else. The karma was delicious. Week 3. She called me crying at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. I messed everything up. Yes, that's all you have to say? What do you want me to say, Natalie? That you forgive me, that we can try again. No, I showed you the texts. After lying about deleting them, lying about permanently deleting them, and only as a bargaining chip. I was scared. Of what? You went through my phone like you were conducting a federal investigation. I know you're seeing someone new. I wasn't, but interesting that she was still keeping tabs on me. That's none of your business. Is it Carmen? What? No, Carmen is married. I know you always thought she was pretty. Natalie, I need you to understand something. You demanded to inspect my phone for loyalty while you were hiding an emotional affair with your ex. You then tried to gaslight me into thinking I was wrong for wanting equal treatment. You brought hired muscle to move out. You tried to turn our friends against me. Why would I ever take you back? Because I love you. You love the stability I provided. You love having someone to pay half the rent while you text your ex. You don't love me. She hung up. Week 4. Last week, I ran into Jake at a bar. This was awkward. He tried to do the bro nod and keep walking, but I called out to him. Jake, hey man, look, about everything. I don't care, but I am curious about something. What? How long? He knew what I meant. About 4 months. She reached out saying she was having doubts about your relationship. I should have blocked her, but ego, you know? Were you too physical? Nah, man, I'm not that guy, but the texts got inappropriate. I'm sorry about that. Why didn't it go anywhere? He laughed bitterly. Because she didn't actually want me. She wanted the attention, the validation, the backup plan. When she showed up single, talking about us being together, I realized she was just using me for emotional support while using you for everything else. And you told her this? Yeah, she didn't take it well. Accused me of leading her on, said I ruined her life. He took a swig of his beer. Bro, you dodged a bullet. Yesterday, I got one final text from Natalie. I know you'll never forgive me, but I need you to know that going through your phone was wrong. I was projecting because I knew I was being shady with Jake. I accused you of what I was guilty of. I'm in therapy now, trying to figure out why I sabotage good things. You deserved better. I didn't respond. There was nothing to say. Looking back, the red flags were there. The constant need for validation. The way she'd accuse me of looking at other women while she was liking her ex's photos at 1 a.m. How she'd go through my Instagram followers asking, "Who's this girl?" while hiding her own conversations. The funniest part? My phone was genuinely boring. I'm a simple dude. I watch sports, play video games, go to work, hang with my dog. My most suspicious text was probably asking my buddy Tom if his sister could get me a discount at the electronics store where she worked. I was buying Natalie a tablet for her birthday. Meanwhile, she was cultivating a whole emotional garden with her ex while demanding to inspect my loyalty. Brittany still checks in occasionally. She says Natalie is dating someone new, some guy she met on an app. Brittany also said, and this is beautiful, that Natalie demanded to go through new guy's phone after 3 weeks of dating. He immediately dumped her. Pattern behavior doesn't change without serious work. As for me, I'm good. Living alone again is peaceful. No one demanding to investigate my digital life while hiding their own secrets. No one projecting their guilt onto me. Just me, my dog, and my genuinely boring but drama-free existence. The moral of the story? When someone demands transparency but refuses to provide it themselves, that tells you everything you need to know. The guilty dog barks first, as they say. And if your partner wants to perform a loyalty check, make sure it goes both ways. You might be surprised what comes crawling out when the lights get turned on. Peace out, Reddit. Remember, if they accuse you of cheating out of nowhere, check their phone. The projection is usually real. Edit. Since everyone's asking, yes, I still have all the screenshots. No, I'm not posting them. Despite everything, I'm not trying to destroy her life, just live mine in peace. Edit 2. To the people saying I should have just shown trust and not asked for her phone. She literally went through mine first. The double standard is wild. If you demand transparency, be ready to provide it. Edit 3. Brittany is a real one. She saw her best friend's BS and called it out. She also apologized for initially thinking I might be the problem. We're cool now. No, we're not dating. She's engaged to a great dude who finds this whole story hilarious.